Real Estate Revealed, back again with your host Timothy Brown and Michael Walsh of exclusively buyers.ca. Michael, I recently saw a property that was advertised in one of those little real estate books you find in the coffee shops and restaurants. Out of curiosity, one day I picked one up and I caught a glimpse, an aerial photograph of a property that quite frankly struck me. Then I looked up the real estate agent who had the listing. I saw the property on the website. There was a beautiful video. Then I went to see the property. I actually asked for a showing and I went and we viewed it. We met the realtor there and went through. The asking price of the property is $6.75 million. And it really struck me. It was really something.
Okay.
And I did not buy it, but I was quite enamored with it. I still to this day have a soft spot in my home for this property. During the viewing, the homeowner was not there. And the agent viewed us through. It was about 15,000 square foot property, so it was quite expansive, had a number of additions, a number of different levels. It was a very interesting property in the Greater Toronto area is all I'll say for now. Eventually, the realtor said, why don't you take a little time to walk around the home on your own and get a feel for it? And proceeded to, sit in the kitchen and they were checking their messages and, let me go, unfettered, unsupervised. What do you think about that? This is a $6.75 million home, lived in. So there was ample possessions in the home.
Were you screened on the way out?
I told the realtor that I was licensed under the Real Estate and Business Brokers Act. I had exchanged an email with them so they could see my email signature stating I was licensed. I have no knowledge if they looked me up on the Real Estate Council website to validate that. Photo ID was not asked for. I was not recorded or filmed in any way that I'm aware of. I was never asked for a business card or anything to validate my statement that who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know how this person validated who I was. They may have done so, but they never told me how so.
Well, if they had not validated, then you should not be left alone.
I shouldn't even be in the home in the first place without some.
No, because your validation, then if you just call them, you are their client, right? You are the listing agent's client then, looking to buy this house.
But they're working for the seller. They have the listing. This was
Yes,
the
they
agent.
do.
It was
They are-
their sign on the lawn.
And if they convince you that you're going to buy this house because it's a lovely house and blah, 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 then you are going to become their client and they're going to make twice as much money.
Well, they're going to double in the commission.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna,
double in the commission.
if they're not paying a buyer's agent.
Right, because they don't have to because there is no buyer's agent to pay.
Another thing that struck me is there was no attempt to validate whether I had any financial capacity or means to even have the privilege of looking at a property of this magnitude.
Very often that's
How do they know if I have any money? I could be a thief. I could be a con man. I could be scoping this out for a great crime.
Yep. You could.
There's no attempt to validate, verify that I'm aware of.
No. Very, very, very infrequently will you have that type of buyer validation necessary before entering a home.
So I think it's very important that if we have a high value property, any property for that matter, it's not regardless of the value of the property, but the higher the value, I think the little more scrutiny or security that the listing agent or any realtor has to take and give unfettered access to buyers who can pick up a phone and send a text. I saw a property for sale at 123 Main Street. I want to go in. They seem very eager to let us in and not very eager to slow us down and qualify us.
No, and that's because the objective is not to sell that house to you. That objective is to get you signed up as a client to buy some other house,
Maybe
or to sell your
it might be that
or
one,
to
but
sell
probably
your
another.
house.
And maybe get my listing in order for me to
Right.
buy that one.
Yeah.
So showing properties either through the open house or just taking buyers in is really an effort for me to get more business as a realtor.
Yeah.
I'm Timothy Brown, your host of Real Estate Revealed, here with Michael Walsh, exclusively buyers.ca.